There we go. I can edit that out. So.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey, this is Tony Flying Squirrel, and this is my new friend Sid. Sid, why don't you tell him your full name, including your Indian name and what tribe you're from? That's your turn to talk.
My name is Sydney Byrd. My Indian name is Hokshila Washte, good boy. It was the name of affection originally given to by my grandparents and later confirmed on me at a traditional naming ceremony in our Indian village.
And what tribe are you with?
Santee Sioux.
Yeah. And what year were you born?
1918, December 19.
Wow. So you're 91 years old.
92.
92. Wow. And who are you here with today, this weekend on the retreat?
What?
Who are you here with on the retreat? Did you travel with somebody or did you come by yourself?
I came by myself. I flew. I'm a bird.
Yeah, that's right.
You say a bird?
Yeah. Yeah. What's one of the highlights for you coming to the retreat?
Seeing this beautiful young lady. I knew it was a little girl. She had shiny knuckles.
The young lady he's talking about's name is John.
Smile, John.
So you served our country in World War II, was it, or World War I?
4 years.
4 years in World War II.
World War II.
Yeah. And you were...
Southwest Pacific.
I was just going to ask you that. Awesome. It's good to have you here and good meeting you. I've enjoyed hearing your stories so far. I've not been able to get you on film to be able to watch them later, but I do appreciate you sharing your stories with us.
I come so far, I haven't done anything. Just sit there and listen and scratch myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
you could teach me how to scratch myself. How about that?
I thought maybe I would have something, maybe participate in somewhere. But that's okay. I listened to the other guys talk, and which was enriching for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I understand you're going to be sharing something a little bit later, a picture?
Well, I'm not. If someone else is.
Yeah.
If they ask me to speak, I'll tell about the uprising, how we got established as the only Christian community, colony in the United States, Native American Christian community. It's a remarkable history. Very few people know about it. Others could care less.
Yeah. Would you like to share a little bit about it now?
Well, I can do that.
Okay.
I said that there are some things that we remember in December. Traditionally, that is when we celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Pearl Harbor was attacked on December 7, 1941. And then on December 26, 38 of my people, my ancestors, were hanged at Mankato, Minnesota, in the largest mass execution in American history. And then on December 29th, Custer's former unit, the 7th Cavalry, massacred the Oglala Sioux at Wounded Knee. And so that they remember those important dates that happened in December. Hopefully people would pause to pray for our people struggle to take their rightful place with honor, dignity, and respect. They were the last to become citizens in their own land.
Do some things that somebody knows.
What year was that the citizenship was offered to the...
April 14, 1924.
34?
24.
24. Wow. So you were, even though you were born on this land, and you and your people were in original inhabitants, you weren't able to actually become a citizen until you were at least 5 or 6 years old.
We're the last to become citizens.
Yeah. Wow.
We're the only ethnic group that has a bureau. No other ethnic group, the Bureau of Indian Affairs. It used to be under the War Department. It is now under the Department of the Interior. That bureau was established ostensibly to protect us, but in reality it was to control us. It used to be that we could not leave the reservation without permission. If you left without permission, you could be considered a hostile and could be shot, and many were. The thing is that we're the only ethnic group that has to record the degree of Indian blood. No other ethnic group has to record their bloodlines. So there's a record kept of the degree of Indian blood.
Yeah. Now,
I'm a full-blood.
Awesome. I also understand, and I heard tell, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I understand you had some participation in the civil rights movement back in the 60s. Is that correct?
I was on the Presbyterian Church established what was called COR, Commission on Religion and Race. I was the only Native American on that commission involved in the black civil rights. March with Martin Luther King was introduced to Rosa Parks. And, Andrew Young, and the motel that we stayed in Birmingham was owned by a fine Christian gentleman, Dr. Gaston. It was bombed, but fortunately we were not there at the time. We would meet at a certain prearranged place, location, and then we would travel different routes and meet at that location briefly, and then we would break and go separate ways to another place. We never stayed in one place.
Was that because you guys were in danger?
It was too dangerous.
Wow.
The black people got their citizenship in 1863.
Wow.
President Lincoln, by a presidential proclamation, freed the slaves. I took training at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. In Fayetteville, there's a historical marker where slaves were auctioned.
Wow.
They were like animals. Families didn't go together. Families were separated. And I, for the life of me, can't stomach having that as a marker where people, I could just imagine mothers separated from their loved ones, and, even from their husbands, and, you know, but that's what would happen. People were auctioned off like animals. Yeah.
So as you were involved with the civil rights movement in the 60s and you were introduced to
I remember one of the members of AIM,
the American Indian
Movement, he learned that I was involved in the black civil rights movement. And he became very angry, cussed me out. Said, "What the hell are you doing? Marching with those damn niggers." Cussed me out. And I tried to explain that Dr. Martin Luther King was a fine Christian gentleman, and his struggle was a struggle for all oppressed people, including Native Americans. That's why I was on it. But I never could convince him. As far as I was a traitor to my own people. And I'm proud to have been a part of that struggle. And he knew he was going to die a martyr's death. I've been to the mountaintop. You listen to his speeches. He knew. We were at Johnson C. Smith University, which is all black. And he was a commencement speaker. And our commission was special guests, so we sat on the platform. Next to me was an empty chair. And I was looking out at the audience, and security people were checking cameras, bags, everything. And Martin Luther King came and sat next to me in that chair. And I looked, and I got to thinking, supposing someone shot and missed, and I'm sitting next to him, and then, as if to read my thoughts, someone blew up this paper bag and pow! And it showed on my face, apparently. Martin Luther King put his hand on my knee and he said, "Cool it, sis." He knew he was going to die more than this.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. And it's been an honor to meet you and to hear your stories this weekend.